Hey guys, I've been getting queries from people asking me, uh, like the students asking me, like should I go for a condo or should I go for HDB or should I go for a student hostel? So if you ask me, like I'll put it in simple words. Well, it depends upon your budget, you know. But I'll also give you a description, like I mean, it also depends upon what exactly are your requirements. Like for some people, they want to have their own room, which cannot be possible until you go to hostels like MDIS, where they offer one room, but that would be super expensive. Because if you go for I was in a quad sharing room, and I mean, I just stayed for a week because I wanted to get a hostel experience, and I clearly didn't like it. So I just decided to, and and luckily I got my deposit back within a week. Usually in the contract it's mentioned, if you stay here, once you sign the contract, you won't get your deposit back. So I had to pay 3 months up front. So luckily I got my deposit back. Well, coming back to the question, so what would I suggest? So it actually depends upon your budget. If you have a good budget, you can go with a condo. Condo comes with, a good environment. You can have so many people from your own community. If you are an Indian, you get people from India. If you are a Chinese, you get Chinese people around you. So it's a good community. You can see small kids running around playing here and there. You can have this clubhouse. I'm sitting in a clubhouse now, so there is a TV, there is a gym, there's a swimming pool outside. You get a small library, which won't be available if you go with an HDB. But again, you can get, if you go with an HDB, so you can save a lot of money, and that money you can use for a gym, and you can also go use the public libraries, which are free in Singapore. So that is not a issue. But I personally prefer staying in a condo, because for me gym is an additional expense. Plus I need an environment where I can I have the freedom to move. I have the freedom to relax. If I want to watch TV, I can come here at the clubhouse. So I wanted this kind of freedom. So I have stayed actually in the HDB. I have stayed in the hostel. I have stayed in a hotel for a month, and this is finally this was my last choice to come to a condo. But honestly, I like condo more than HDB or any other. Also, having said that, maybe because back then I had no goals in life, so I kind of got bored. So that could be a possible reason why I didn't like those places. But when I came to condo, I have some personal goals, I have some career goals. So that kind of keeps me busy. So I'm not much concerned. But having said that, to prepare myself, I need a space. So I think condo offers me that space. And then there are libraries nearby where I can go if I want to do some personal study. And then there is gym here near to in the same premise. So I need not go outside to go and work out. Like earlier when I was in HDB, I had to walk for a couple of minutes to get to the gym. So I think sometimes you might feel lazy, or sometimes you might have some kind of you might feel a kind of laziness, and when the gym is far, you easily have this come to a conclusion that okay, today I'm not going to work out. But when you have gym this close to your flat or your apartment, there is no other choice. You even if you don't want, you just come here. Okay, you can give yourself this excuse that okay, I'll work out for a few minutes, and then you can extend your time and get a proper workout. So for me personally, I think condo is better. But again, it depends on your choice. Now let me give you a fair pricing of you can also decide based on your budget. So if your budget is less than $500, I would say go with an HDB flat, and that too in HDB you will get a sharing. Better to go with sharing. If you go with a single small room, then there would not be there won't be like an aircon or air conditioner. So I won't suggest that. Um, but if your budget is $1,000, you can easily choose between HDB and condo. Again, HDB, you can get a single room, but for a condo, you have to stay with somebody, like on a sharing basis. And again, both of them will be small rooms. Not You cannot expect all the facilities in under $1,000. But if you extend your budget to 1,500, you can easily get a one room in a condo, in a decent condo. And if you go with $2,000, then you can get room anywhere you want. You can get a good condo. You can get a room in a good condo, so that won't be an option. That won't be a problem or a challenge. So it depends again where you want to stay and what is your budget. If you have a $1,000 budget and you want a single room in a HDB flat, then that's also very feasible and you can easily get it. But minimum you should have at least $600, I would say. Even if you want to move in a sharing basis, like you can get cheap condos, but I would suggest going with, again, it depends on your needs, but if you want a good facilities, then you should go for HDB. And whereas if I talk about hostel, I know some people who are staying in hostels for $350 a month, but I don't know how the environment or cleanliness of that hostel is. When I was in MDIS is a college here, so they have their own hostel, so people from diverse backgrounds come and stay there. I wanted one room which was super expensive, like a small one room was more than $1,000, I guess. And they didn't have rooms back then, so they put me in quad sharing, like 4 people in one room, and my other 3 roommates were Chinese and who were good people. But again, I was not used to the shared usage of toilets, washrooms and the shared rooms, because everybody has their own preference. Some people want to sleep late night, some people want to sleep early. So as per the hostel rules, everybody should sleep at 11. But again, I was not comfortable because I have my own schedules, I have my own timelines. So I decided to just move out within a week, and luckily I got my deposit. So yeah, and as far as hotel is concerned, I guess I was at a 3-star hotel. When initially I came to Singapore, my college arranged that hotel for me to stay for a month and to look for accommodation, and it was fairly cheap because I was sharing that with one more guy from India, and we both shared the prices. But again, there was no facility available, it was just a room. So there was laundry also, but again, you have to eat food outside, you have to pay for laundry. So everything was paid, and it was just a small room for 2 people, one master bedroom. Yeah, so it was a good experience for a month, but again, I won't suggest that too. But all in all, I hope you got the answer to your questions. And if you have any further questions, just feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll make a new video on it. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon.